Sup peeps, Hermit Kenobi 47 here, and today we shall be exploring a graveyard. A graveyard of dead games, and perhaps dead memes while we're at it.
What are you simpletons doing?
Oh god, that was bad. Anyways, let's start the video.
You bit the wrong house, fool! Bit the wrong house! You bit the you bit the wrong house, fool! You bit the wrong house, fool! Bit the wrong house! You bit the you bit the wrong house, fool!
We got 6 gems available here for you. Throwing away the first 3 as they aren't directly Microsoft related, so we may be experiencing some of those cancerous transition slides. Be aware of that. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you perverts know from watching sadistic little girl loving anime, Kuma means bear panties. What? It just means bear, not panties too. Oh. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. This was a game developed by Redacted Studios and published by Versus Evil. After the release of the first Afro Samurai in 2009, the game was released on September 22nd of 2015 on both the PlayStation Network and Windows Live, with an Xbox One version coming out soon after. However, since the reception was terrible, almost as terrible as anything 343 tries to do.
Wait, won't rec packs with special weapons break the exquisitely refined balance of arena multiplayer? Secure your noise hole, soldier!
Grown-ups are talking!
Damn it!
The game never came out on Xbox, and they refunded sold copies, because, let's be real, we don't want no trash on our console. Get out of here, go play with tentacles or something. But yeah, in an interview with CG Magazine, never heard of them before, Versus Evil's Steve Escalante called the game a failure, and I quote, "Given the game quality was not what people were expecting, it didn't sell like hotcakes, let's just put it like that." To back up that statement, let's take a look at how people reviewed this game.
All we had to do was follow the damn frame, CJ!
Moving on.
Get the fuck out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft!
There's not much to say about the cancellation of this game. To be honest, it was just a game that tried to be developed but never got produced, if you get what I mean. The premise of the game seemed very cool to me. It was an action role-playing game set in a zombie apocalypse. Its character creation revolved around 3 main attributes: class, identity, and persona. Classes are strength, stealth, and intelligence, similar to most role-playing games. Strength would be for heavy offensive builds, stealth would be for the ninja assassins, intelligence would be for the crafters and looters, of course. Identity is also a pick of one of 3 things: solo male, single with kid, and male with partner. These, I'd assume, would follow you around the whole game, and you'd get attachment to them and whatnot. Persona would have derived from your morals and choices with the game, similar to a Walking Dead moment, I guess. The cancellation of this game stemmed from the fact that the developers, Robotoki, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, never were able to find a publisher, and everyone they tried seemed to just fall through. It's a shame, because the game looked very promising to me, and the lead designer was one of the guys from the old Call of Duty games, Rubber Bowling, who left Infinity Ward after Modern Warfare 3. Next one! Star Wars 1313. Probably the biggest one out of all the third-party games, Star Wars 1313 was a victim of ownership change. On December 21st, fans got an early and in some ways unwelcome Christmas present. You know, like the ones where you're having a fun, good time for a while, but then you realize just how much your life is a mess. Yeah, those ones. The present was Disney's purchase of Lucasfilm. Because of this purchase, all current Lucasfilm and LucasArts books, etc., cancelled and terminated to make room for Disney's new projects and canon. This does indeed include the greatest thing ever known to Cartoon Network, The Clone Wars. Star Wars 1313 was supposed to revolve around Boba Fett in his early adulthood, navigating past the scum of civilization in an underground area of Coruscant known as Level 1313, and was said to have a more grittier as well as darker approach than the other games they had made. Come on, how cool does that sound? We're done with the third-party titles, so let's hit up the exclusives. Ooh, yeah.
This person just sexually harassed me! How dare you! How dare you!
Fable Legends is a game from Lionhead Studios, a first-party Microsoft developer that was unfortunately terminated, with the game being cancelled this time last year. The game had been in development for 4 years prior and included a cooperative hero hack-and-slash adventure game with one person playing the villain trying to stop the band of heroes. I myself had the opportunity to play the game in 2015, however the game was still pretty bare bones and some of the features were broken or missing. Nevertheless, I still had a bit of fun, so it was a shame that Lionhead got terminated. I remember I used to play the old Fable games. Fable 2 was definitely my favourite. Fable 3, and Fable 1 was pretty good as well. I would have welcomed this game with open arms, as it would have continued the push for cross-platform availability between PC and Xbox, as well as the fact that it was going to be a free-to-play game. And also, I'm a pretty big fan of the Fable franchise anyway, so... Unfortunately, due to this, the game turned out to be $75 million smashed to death by your boy Kenny from The Walking Dead.
Every second.
Scalebound was going to be Xbox One's first exclusive AAA JRPG to release worldwide, but unfortunately, yet again, almost 4 years into development, it was terminated. The game would have you play as your typical anime character with headphones. But wait, there's more. He would have had a dragon accompanying him, so that's cool. But nah, the premise of the game was pretty cool actually. It was an adventure game with co-op option of up to a 4-player party. It was very Final Fantasy-like with its boss fights, so that gave me that vibe. According to Eurogamer, the cancellation of this game revolved around many issues with the game's engine. With the company unable to meet deadlines, having constant delays, they were just unable to continue working on it, which is a shame because I was kind of looking forward to it.
This is my swamp.
Project Spark is our final game for today. Now, I know this review looks pretty good.
Truthfully, it was funny the first fucking time! Shut the fuck up!
Let's just say IGN isn't the most reliable source in my opinion. The game wasn't necessarily bad, nor was it necessarily a game either, to be honest. It was Microsoft's own tool or game engine designed to let developers make anything they want, I quote. The game worked rather well when it came to making games. In fact, I have an old clip from my old days. Oh boy, are you gonna cringe. Flappy Bird taunts you with his tapping foe. Flappy Bird, your soul will die. Can't you see? Flappy Bird, where is Mario and Princess Peach? You most certainly will fail. You most certainly will fail. Anyway, yeah, the game wasn't awful. The stem of why the game got cancelled and terminated, and refunded, all that good stuff, was that the devs just weren't there anymore. A lot of the developers that worked on the game had just left the project to work on other Microsoft projects. So without the manpower behind the scenes of the game, it was just unrealistic to continue supporting it. So it was a bit of a shame, really, because had a lot of potential, and all of the developers making it were pretty good at their job. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're enjoying this this content. I don't even know what to call it, to be honest. But like it and share it with your friends if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want more. And yeah, we're currently 22 subs away from 300, so I'm excited about that. Share with people to get me up there. Get us up there. Build a community, boys. Let's go. Anyways, that's all I want to say. Hope I see you next time. Bye.
Oh my god, why am I driving like a fucking idiot? Fuck off!